President Dr. John Magufuli swears in Charles Kichere as the new Controller and Auditor General. Freeman Mbowe starts giving evidence in the incitement case facing 9 Chadema leaders. And in sports, the National Sports Council has warned sports associations that have not finalized their registration. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start things off with the national news. President Dr. John Magufuli is sworn in at State House in Dar es Salaam. Charles Edward Kichere as the new Controller and Auditor General. Mr. Kichere will start work officially on the 5th of November of 2019 as Professor Musa Juma Assad has completed his term in office. President Magufuli is also sworn in 12 judges of the High Court appointed on November 3rd, who include Judge Elizabeth Yoeza Mkwizu, Judge Joachim Charles Tiganga, Judge Augustine Karichuba Rizile, Judge Frederick Kapela Manyanda, Judge Deo John Nankela, and Judge Angela Anthony Bahati. Others are Judge Edwin Elias Kakolaki, Judge Kasim Nguka Robert, Judge Angaza Ernest Mwipopo, Judge Efre Kisanya Sedikia, Judge Zainab Diwa Mango, and Judge Said Mashaka Kalunde. President Magufuli has also sworn in Katarina Tengia Revocati as the Regional Administrative Secretary of Njombe, Colonel Francis Ronaldo Mbindi as the Labour Commissioner, Prime Minister's Office retired Judge Matthew Pawa Mhena Maimu as the Chairperson of the Commission of Human Rights and Good Governance, Mohammed Hamis as the Vice Chair, and 5 other commissioners of the Commission.
Charles Edward Kichere, naapa kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania na kuitumikia kwa moyo wangu wote, na kwamba nitahifadhi, nitailinda na kuitetea Katiba ya Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania iliyowekwa kwa mujibu wa sheria.
Tutashukuru sana kwa kutupatia majaji 12.
I thank you for giving us 12 judges. Our strength has grown from 69 judges to 78. Apart from 2 judges who have specific responsibilities, we are 76 in the workforce. However, when 2 retire at the end of the year, this number will drop again. Each judge will have the responsibility of 518 cases, while each judge has the ability to deal with 224 cases. So as you can see, Mr. President, we will continue to revert back to you to ask for more judges. I wish the new CAG good luck on this job. Do not go there and start thinking you are a pillar. There are only 3 pillars: the Parliament, Court and Government. Your responsibility is as the Chief Auditor General of Government Funds. The owner of this government is there. Go and do your job well without discriminating against people. Implement directives issued by the Court, Parliament and the Government. The first witness of the accused in the case facing 9 leaders of opposition to the party, Freeman Mbowe, who is the national chairman of the party, has said that in the Kinondoni constituency election rerun, 60 out of 611 agents were the only ones who were given their oath certificates, which enabled them to supervise the election. Freeman Mbowe made the statement when giving evidence before Principal Magistrate Thomas Simba. He said that the Kinondoni constituency rerun did not follow procedures and was not free and fair. And Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa has directed civil society organizations in the country to ensure funds issued by donors are used for participatory development projects instead of on seminars and conferences which benefit only a few people. The Prime Minister gave the directive in launching the Civil Society Organizations Week in Dodoma City.
We know that with a large amount of money, we could join forces and achieve infrastructural objectives set. We desire to see your projects succeed in addition to seminars and workshops. Now you can focus on projects that will help you. Community-based non-government organizations will work for the benefit of our nation and support the work done by the fifth phase government. I commend all community-based non-governmental organizations across the country. You do an excellent job in serving the people.
The family of the late Executive Chairman of IPP, Dr. Reginald Mengi, has held a Thanksgiving Mass at Kisereni Lutheran Church in Kilimanjaro region for the late Dr. Mengi, which was attended by various leaders from private institutions and the government. After the Mass, the family of the late Dr. Mengi laid wreaths at his grave, followed by relatives and some leaders from the government and private sector. Among leaders present was the District Commissioner of Moshi and Acting Regional Commissioner of Kilimanjaro, Kipi Warioba. Also present was the Managing Director of ITV Radio 1, who spoke on behalf of IPP Group of Companies. Speaking on behalf of the family of the late Dr. Mengi, his son Abdiel Mengi thanked the government and Tanzanians for their continued support to the family.
Naona faraja kwamba familia.
I'm greatly comforted that this family has seen the need to come and give thanks to God for his life. I hope that this will carry on to show our gratitude for life and success of Dr. Mengi.
Mimi nitakapoondoka,
when I leave, I want you to make sure that the institutions will carry on. I want you to build an institution so that IPP will carry on. This is the 6th month since the chairman departed. All IPP companies are strong because our chairman taught us through the years to build an institution. And this is what we did, and we will continue doing so.
Lakini kuna wakati tufani zinavuma.
God is still protecting us. He is still our guide. So in this regard, in addition to thanking God, we would like to bear witness that we are okay. It is very much so that the good Lord still loves us and favors us. Through this love, we see those we love. For this, we thank you and your presence.
And 33 people escaped death in a road accident which occurred at Chamanangwe area in Wete district, North Pemba, after the commuter bus veered off the road and overturned. The police commander of North Pemba region, Mohammed Shekhani Mohammed, said the driver's condition is critical from injuries he sustained in the accident.
All patients that were brought here, we've worked with the ministry and have received treatment. 13 who were badly injured have been referred to another hospital. The vehicle is badly damaged. It is a miracle that all the 33 passengers are still alive.
And members of parliament have been issued with tablets as a part of measures taken to reduce use of paper, a situation which will also save 1 billion shillings from 1.2 billion used annually to purchase stationery. We started by looking at the cost of the running of the parliament using papers. It was discovered that paper is indeed costing the government a lot of money, both in parliament as well as in ministries. In parliament alone, we have been spending almost 1.2 billion shillings per year. So through this new system, we will save almost 1 billion shillings. This decision is a good one, as it reduces high cost incurred in use of paper. It is also easy to use, as an MP can carry all their information on it and use it to work. Even MPs who are lazy to read documents now will do so. I commend the Speaker for thinking of MPs and the Parliament in general, especially in the costs incurred using paper when printing large documents. The tablets will reduce costs and also enable them to use the internet. The road Handeni Korogwe Road, which had been damaged by floods that led to the death of more than 12 people, has been reopened. The road was reopened by Tanga Regional Commissioner Martin Shigella. Also present to witness the incidents were Kilimanjaro Region Commissioner Anna Mgwira and Handeni, Kilindi and Same District Commissioners. We are thankful that this road is passable, as well as the one from Kilindi to Handeni and the one from Handeni to Tuliani. All roads in Tanga have been fixed and are passable. The disaster that we experienced affected us all. We from Kilindi also use this road to get to various places such as Korogwe and the headquarters of Tanga region. I commend TANROADS for finding a solution to this problem quickly and creating an alternative path that will be used up until the bridge is fixed. The National Environment Management Council, NEMC, in Mwanza has seized a consignment of plastic bags which have been banned by the government. The banned bags, estimated to be worth 70 million shillings, were impounded at Bwiru Bombani area in Ilemela district.
These boats arrive at night on unregistered boat from Uganda. The boat is unloaded and the bags enter the market. This is against the law. The government is serious about the plastic ban and legal measures will be taken against the perpetrators. On arrival, he left me with a telephone number and told me that he was coming back, but when the officers came, they informed us that the bags are illegal.
And that is all for the national news. International news follows next. And in international news, Kenya's total population is 47,564,296. This is according to the results of the National Population and Housing Census, which were presented to President Uhuru Kenyatta at State House in Nairobi on Monday morning. From the census, Kenya's population has increased by about 10 million from the 2009 census, when the population stood at 37.7 million.
Already stated here, I think you will all recall that on the 16th of August 2019, the government launched the countdown to the 2019 Population and Housing Census. I am delighted, therefore, to note that this national exercise was successfully implemented. My government, through the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, committed itself to release the census results within 3 months from conclusion of the enumeration exercise.
Protest movement that led to the removal of Sudan's longtime president Omar al-Bashir has said it is not against handing over the deposed ruler to the International Criminal Court, the ICC, to be tried for alleged atrocities in Darfur. Al-Bashir, who was toppled by the army in April in the face of months-long protests against his rule, has long been wanted by the Hague-based ICC on charges of genocide, war crimes and crimes against humanity for his alleged role in the devastating conflict in the western region of Darfur. Al-Bashir is currently being held in a prison in Khartoum, facing trial on corruption charges. At least 10 journalists were arrested by police in Kampala City, Uganda. They were demonstrating against harassment by traffic police. The journalists were arrested when they were heading towards the Inspector General of Police's office to present their complaints against the traffic police. And that is the end of international news. Do stay with us. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
To be rich, I have to be a business person.
It's not an easy road at all.
People need to understand. You must quickly think, how cost effective are you going to be?
Business acts as a way in which it can bridge that gap.
Business Edition will keep you informed on latest developments in the financial sector, extractive industry, tourism, agriculture, energy, construction, and so much more. Need entrepreneurs who create employment opportunities? Watch Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news. A delegation of Tanzanite buyers from the United States of America visited Tanzanite mines at Mererani in Simanjiro District, Manyara region, and have commended the government for measures being taken to ensure control of the illegal trade of the minerals.
I mean, this is one of your national treasures, and you know, the people of Tanzania, and I'm sure the president has this vision, they should be the ones that are benefiting the most from this precious rare resource that you can only find in this fabulous country. So I think it's a wonderful idea, and you know, our owners and all of our directors think it's, you know, Tanzanite really needs to come from Tanzania.
Mapato mingi serikali imepanda kutoka milioni 70 ambayo ilikuwa inakusanywa leo inakaribia bilioni 3. Hizo ni faida kubwa ambayo tumeziona, na wageni wetu hawa sasa wameona kuna faida kubwa katika ukuta huu. Uzalishaji umeongezeka, tathmini inafanyika ndani ya ukuta, kodi ya serikali inalipwa. Wanatoka hapa kwenda kuitangaza upya.
The process to increase the depth of Tanga port so as to enable larger vessels from African countries to dock has started. Tanga Regional Commissioner Martin Shigella said excavation activities have already begun.
As you can see, there is a ship at sea. It is not for fishermen, but rather it is drilling. And yesterday and today, TPA board members have been here to supervise this project. The government's intention is that within 1 year, it should be ready if it is possible. Big ships should dock in Tanga.
Executives of the East African Business Council have met with ambassadors of 6 member countries of the East African community to discuss on how they can increase cooperation in addressing trade tariffs, which have continued to be a hindrance to business people within the region.
We must have the desire to see Tanzania prosper, and if Kenya prospers, Tanzania prospers too. Same applies to Uganda and Burundi. We must see ourselves as one and must be happy for each other's success. If your neighbors are poor, so are you. It doesn't help. So we want Burundi, Kenya, Tanzania, and Rwanda, Uganda also to prosper. But we must address non-tariff barriers. We've spoken about restrictions. What remains now is on implementation on our borders, so there is a system in place to address these issues.
And that's all for business news. Sports news is next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters.
Position, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lem.
And in sports, the National Sports Council has warned more than 20 sports associations that have not finalized their registration that they will be terminated if they do not register.
The aim is not to ban them, but after being given 6 months to fulfill the 3 requirements, we added 3 more months to become 9 months. We went and supervised them one by one, and they haven't done it. To have an association like this is nurturing a responsibility.
Simba's Shomari Kapombe says he retired from the national team because of health issues and not otherwise.
It was my own decision. I know it is a tough decision, but I decided to do that because I've checked my health. I've been in the national team since 2011 up to now, when I've decided to retire.
Arsenal have denied any meetings having taken place between their head of football, Raul Sanllehi, and Jose Mourinho, as pressure continues to mount on their head coach, Unai Emery.
Widespread reports on Sunday morning that Sanllehi had met Mourinho for dinner, telling Pa that no such meeting took place and that the pair have not spoken for years. Mourinho was reportedly in attendance for Arsenal's Europa League win over Vitória last month, fueling speculation that the Portuguese could be in line to replace the under-fire Emery. A section of home supporters have turned on the Spaniard following a run of 2 wins from their last 9 Premier League games. Emery came in for criticism for his tactics again after the 1-1 home draw with Wolves on Saturday.
Lewis Hamilton said 2019 has been his best and toughest season after he secured his 6th world title on Sunday with a 2nd place finish in the United States Grand Prix.
6 gives the 34-year-old sole ownership of 2nd place on the all-time list. The greatest driver of his generation has overtaken Juan Manuel Fangio, whose championships came in the 1950s, leaving him 1 behind Michael Schumacher. Few will bet against Hamilton equaling the German next year, given the Britain's relentless desire for self-improvement. Hamilton said that even in his 13th Formula One season, his career remains a work in progress. He also paid tribute to Niki Lauda, the 3-time champion who acted as an advisor to Mercedes, who died in May this year.
Mario Balotelli has expressed his gratitude for the support he received in the wake of racist abuse, which saw him set to walk off at Verona, and claims those responsible should be ashamed.
The forward picked up the ball and kicked it into the stands before making it to leave the pitch in the 54th minute of the Serie A match at Stadio Marcantonio Betengordi. Footage later appeared which showed Balotelli was reacting to racist abuse, with monkey chants clearly audible. Balotelli was convinced to stay on by teammates, Verona players and officials before referee Maurizio Mariani initiated the anti-racism protocol. The game was temporarily suspended while a message was read out by the stadium announcer warning that the match will be abandoned if racist abuse was to occur.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to prepare this bulletin for you, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and have a good night.